na him be this. Make we work for better Naija. Whatever we sow, na him we go reap. Make we work for better Naija.
In the name of the Most High, I beg you live good. I beg you live good in the spirit of brotherhood. Fade away, oh ye spirit of segregation. Move away, oh ye spirit of nepotism. I beg you, please listen to we.
Make we work for better Naija.
The more we are together, together we shall be.
Make we work for better Naija.
Together we stand, divided we fall.
Make we work for better Naija.
If you are a leader, please show good example.
Make we work for better Naija.
Just like the Father we do to the Son.
Make we work for better Naija.
If you are a follower, I beg you follow good.
Make we work for better Naija.
Just like the sheep and the shepherd.
Make we work for better Naija.
I beg you live good.
Make we work for better Naija.
We have no other country.
Make we work for better Naija.
United we go stand. Divided we
Make we
fall.
work for better Naija.
Make we make this our great nation Nigeria great.
Make we work for better Naija.
My people, if we do better, we go chop
Make
better.
we work
If we chop better, we go live better. And true, if we live better, our pikin dem go live better and with better education. And
inú mi dùn láti dún níwájú yín bí ilé mi. In fact, I'm proud of you people. That's the way you are dressing, your face cap, the t-shirt and all that. Very soon I will change my own so that I will join you because I'm part of you. This is a very fantastic arrangement and so lovely. The color is going fantabulous. Ní ṣókí ètò yẹn ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń sìn, mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ kí nǹkan tá a torí ẹ̀ jókòó àwa náà ní ọ̀la ìlú yìí tí àwa tá a jókòó ń bì yìí tá a bá lè determine kí ni ọ̀la Kwara Central definitely àwọn ọmọ táwa bá bí wọn máa sọ́fà ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbóṣèlú kalẹ̀. Whatever party everybody whoever belongs sí tàbí wá bí lẹ́ni ẹ jẹ́ ká drop ẹ̀ síta. Issue tá a fẹ́ discuss ń bí issue tó concern wa tó concern ọ̀la wa ni. Àsìkò ti tó tí àwa náà lè máa béèrè fẹ́tọ̀ wa fún ìdàgbàsókè. Distinguished Senator Saliu Mustapha, the Turaki of Ilorin Emirates. Eléyìí tó gbé kalẹ̀ yìí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ base of politics. Ìdàgbàsókè Kwara Central náà wà after. Tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìdàgbàsókè kì í ṣe kíkà da títì nìkan o. Ọmọ èèyàn tí ó rìn títì yẹn náà ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìdàgbàsókè.
Sókè ìlú náà ni ó jẹ́ Turaki lógún and ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó ti mọ̀ wá tẹ́lẹ̀ kò sí kankan tí ìlú wa gbé lọ́wọ́ ju báwo ni a ṣe fẹ́ kí ìlú wa kó dàgbàsókè lọ and this Kwara Central tá à ń pè ní Ilorin Emirates. So ẹnìkan tí a kàn fẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká open mind wa láti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Yàtọ̀ sí Turaki tó ti jẹ́yàn tiwa kí Tinubu kàn fọ́lì síbí yìí sí kó béèrè pé ayé èèyàn mi lélẹ̀ kí lẹ fẹ́ kí ṣe pé máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀dá kan á nídìí bọ́ọ̀sì l'association wa àwọn èèyàn wa ò ní bọ́ọ̀sì iléyá ló dé yìí so yé sí ẹ sì rí palliative ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn nílùú tẹ́ bá gbé yìí lẹ sọ yóò kàn ní ká gbàgbó rẹ̀ sí wá ní lẹ́yìn oṣù kan rẹ̀ sí wọ́n tán yóò sì máa gbé òun ti ṣe ti fún yín àmọ́ tí irú wọn bá wá bá wọn ní I expect association kọ̀ọ̀kan kẹ́ ẹ ti ní CV àwọn èèyàn tí ò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ẹ̀ni nínú kínní tẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣe gbogbo àwọn dátà yìí dáadáa àdúgbò yìí sí tó tẹ́lifọ̀dì bá béèrè báyìí dé ẹ̀yọ́ jáde ni pé ẹ máa pa ń bọ̀ ni pé à ń dì kínní èyí ò ní jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá kóyàn bíi nínú aládùúgbò tí ní wọ́ọ̀dù yìí tẹ́ kóyàn bíi 20 sí police ẹ dákun tàbí ó yàn yín jẹ mọ́ ládùúgbò tẹ́ kóyàn sí custom tẹ́ sọ pé àní kankan tẹ́ rí ìyá kan tí ń ta ráìsì tẹ́ sọ pé ní agbọ́pọ̀ ẹ fẹ́ ṣètò kínní kan àmọ́ ìyá kan ń bẹ ládùúgbò wa ráìsì lòun tà nínú wọ́ọ̀dù wa lòun náà wà afẹ́kọ́jọ́ pé òun ní ó ṣe gbogbo oúnjẹ òun sẹ́nà pé gbèsè kan ti ń jẹ́ dàgbàsókè jù báwọn lọ.
This program was the initiative of the distinguished Senator Saliu Mustapha, representing KWARA Central Senatorial District. It was part of his plan to make sure that our people are quite developed. He believes so much in the human capital development. He believes that the only way to develop any society, any nation is by making sure that we develop our people. And so, with the singular honor, I would like to bring on Dr. Aremu of Michael Imodu. May God bless you, sir. Thank you. Dr. Isa Aremu, the popular. Please, round of applause. We clap it today. God bless you, sir.
Which is Michael Imodu National Institute for Labour Studies. So, I welcome you, but I welcome our participants. Nobody Isoleto, you say Africa. Isoleto. Africa. Great Youth Development Association. Great Youth Development Association. Great groups from the Emirates. Forward ever. Viva Senator Saliu Mustapha. Viva! When I say fever, it's a yellow fever. Fever means, forward ever. Okay, long live Senator Saliu Mustapha. You say long live. Long live KWARA Central Constituency. Long live. Long live KWARA State. Long live KWARA, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And long live Minils. Say more Minils. Only Michael Imodu National Institute for Labour Studies. Kí adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé adájọ́ fún program lónìí Ọlọ́run sì sọ pé ẹ̀mí ní ìdè kọ́lọ́mọ́ sí lè lásìmọ̀ fún wa. And then I want to thank my senator, distinguished Saliu Mustapha, the Turaki of Ilorin, for being energetic, committed to make this program to be possible today. And I'm so excited to meet all of you. In your uniforms, you are looking so fine, so beautiful, so energetic. I think you deserve a round of applause for yourself. I'm so happy that the senator is trying to change the story of the KWARA Central, from complaining that things are not better to get something done. And labor, are you hearing me? Don't agonize, organize. Don't agonize to me yes, wàhálà wà nílẹ̀ fún wa rẹpẹtẹ, kò síṣẹ́, kò sí iná, kò sómi, kò sí àdúgbò wa ò lọ sókè. Complaining yẹn, agonizing. But the only way tí iṣẹ́ fi wà tá fi lọ síwájú ni pé ká organize ara wa. So don't agonize, but organize. So I'm so happy that Senator Saliu Mustapha, together with you are making a point today that our animal complain, but we must also organize ourselves. But my advice to you is that you won't get anything done unless you work for it. And I prefer that rather than asking for the fish, or better you ask for fishing net. I hope I'm communicating here. You know, kì í ṣe pé ẹ fún wa lówó, ẹ fún wa ní ntaje nísìn. Ó better ká béèrè fún nǹkan tó yẹ pé a fi máa fi tọ́jú ara wa láti máa ṣiṣẹ́ fúnra wa. So it means you need the skills, you need the empowerment. And I was so happy to host you because part of the mandate of the institute. How many of you let you watch the institute with Zelen? And you may let you watch the institute first. How many of them are in the hall? 120. I want to move. Put up FM to major. 31 institute. Well, that's one takeaway. Am I communicating? You must also know your constituency beyond your ward. And if you negotiate, mo fẹ́ kí Senator Saliu Mustapha ó tẹ̀lé footstep tó lóye bẹ̀rẹ̀, so that bí olóyè ṣe gbé project tó jẹ́ Michael Imodu kọ́nà jẹ́ kó ń gbé other project wá sí Kwara, and it has to be Kwara Central. So it's rí ọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ tán ṣe rí, so it's also about encouraging him to do so. Not only that, adley sọ fún náà pé even tí o bá títà bá rí project tuntun èyí tó wà ń bẹ̀ ká tún ṣe. And I want to say here, I want to confirm. One more slogan one. I want to say. I want to confirm that Kwara Central has one of the most dynamic senators that can come from Africa. OWAC program for that same Senator Saliu Mustapha, and he went round. I showed him some of the projects, and he has committed himself that he will help us to make this institute to be bigger than the way it is today. And the next 1 minute now, find out what is the 8-point agenda. Google it. Tinubu's 8-point agenda, but the only listed. Phone week is a come of your Rojoni Kafa. If it's say you phone. Yes, Talufe volunteer. That reminds me, how many women, how many you've been made the course? And I was okay, I'll be I would improve on the film next time. And next time, advance which will be out of the negotiation too. Is out of the negotiation is that any program ever first say educate here. Normally the standard is 50-50. So if you're having 2 slots for each association, 1 man, 1 female, 1 male, but so to be 35%, so that your hall will be full of the new programs in the central that by encourage our obìnrin kí wọ́n jáde ká empower wọn very well, very very important. Then it will include our tá à ń pè ní àkàndá èèyàn physically challenged. Are they here? If they are not here, next time you bring them. In fact, condition tí máa fi wá sọ̀rọ̀ next time. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá invite me tí ń ra àwọn ọmọbìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀, because Ọlọ́run kẹ́ mi pẹ̀lú ọmọbìnrin and wàláhì tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ mi ló better. I can tell you that they are better organized. They take their time.
So what are the strategies? Part of what we are doing here is drug demand reduction, where we talk about sensitization, awareness, and advocacy to see how we can reduce the urge or the desire for substance use. I'll talk about harm reduction. Yes, some people still kick against harm reduction, but it's another good strategy that is working. Most of the times, you see people that goes to work, close from work, and decide to branch at the beer parlor to take 1 or 2 bottles, but nobody see anything wrong in that. But the moment you talk about cannabis, you talk about cocaine, everybody see something or other. But in our palace, they are all doing the same thing. Yes, they are all abusing substance. Remember, our aim is what we termed healthy lifestyle. How do you attain that? And remember, you make your choice, and there are consequences that comes with it. Overnight is a progression. There's always the time of experimenting. That is always the first time somebody takes that substance. It might be palatable to him, and he will want to continue. He might find it not palatable, not good to the system, and decide to stop it. From there, he can progress into an occasional user. Most people are occasional drug users. You see some people that will tell you, I don't buy alcohol, but when I go to a party, they serve me, I take it. But they don't go off their way to take that. But it's a matter of time. You can experiment that with alcohol, but you can't do that with other drugs. So that is what we call tolerance level. From there, they move to regular user. From regular usage, you get to dependency. And now, from dependency, you get to problematic use, where you have become a problem to yourself, to your immediate family, to the community, and to the whole world. People use illegal drugs or legal drugs inappropriately. Can also include use of prescription drugs in ways other than prescribed, or using someone else's prescription. Yes. Some of you say you are over 40. There are certain ailments that comes with age. Arthritis, waist pain, and what have you. You see somebody having such pain. The first time he visits the doctor writes tramadol 50 milligrams 3 times a day for 3 days. He'll be fine. He takes it and he became very well. And the pain goes away. The next time he has that pain, he won't go to the doctor again. He will just call, Jamilu, take this one. This is what doctor gave me that day and it worked very well. Go and buy it. It was from 50 milligrams. Small time. That 50 milligrams will not work. You have to increase the dosage. Gradually, he has started misusing and abusing drug. I cannot sleep. Doctor said take Valium or Lexington to calm your nerves. You slept very well for 2-3 days. And you continue thereafter. After 1 month, the sleep disappears again. You don't go back to the doctor. You continue. Oh, you have an accident. Broken bone. You are placed on opiates. And it helps you. You are not feeling the pain. Forgetting that part of pain management is to bear the pain. You just want to bombard yourself with that drug. After a while, that quantity you are taking will not be enough.
It's a pleasure having you joining us at this point in time. We have been on the program since morning, and we have heard the lecture of DG. He sent a lot of complimentary. The DJ Michael Mudu, Dr. Isa Aremu. It was so exciting.
I was following on online when he was having his lecture.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. So the NDLA commander too is there. Is sending his warm regard. Just there. All right, sir. Now you have the floor, sir, to talk to our people, sir.
Well, once again, good afternoon, House.
Good afternoon.
Warm greetings from the Senate building here in Abuja. I want to, before even you finish this 2-day training retreat, let me use the opportunity to congratulate all of you who have participated. Before I even go back to the organizing committee, I must first and foremost appreciate those of you who has found it worthy of participation. Because without you, then we, the organizers, will have nothing to do. So honoring us and for making it a dream come true. Then I will go back to the house members who also work tirelessly to make sure this program took off. Basically, it's time we start doing things differently. We must know that whatever we do, the most important thing is to see how we can add value to the end, to the human capital, to those of us who, at the end of the day, are the market forces or will operate market forces within our environs. And that is why we came up with this training, that we must start doing things differently. We must look at opportunities that are around us or that, we live and wake up to every day and we don't even know. And that is why we believe before we start any major empowerment or looking at job creation, we must first of all have a general reorientation. And in that sense, we should be able to speak to ourselves. We should be able to get those who have the requisite knowledge of advising, guiding, and also training us so that we just don't fall into certain responsibilities and we don't know how to manage or navigate ourselves from it. And that is why we decided that through the able coordination of Mallam, NASIR, ABDULQUADRI, and the other team members, that we should have this sort of training, which will not just end here. We believe these are things we should be doing periodically so that we can acquaint ourselves with the best practice of how to go about certain things that will, end of the day, be a means of livelihood for us. In that regard, I, as your senator representing you in the National Assembly here, I believe my contribution will be whatever it takes or whatever we need to do to make it easy for all of us. Please count on me 100%. And I would again want to thank the partnership and cooperation of most of you, especially the community-based associations, which is mostly championed by our IDP youth wing. I think I was at the junction of commending the efforts of the youth wing of the IDPU, ably led by you, Mr. President, and the likes of Jaguma. I can see Jaguma is posing behind you. Well, I want to commend all those that will require this training as a tool for empowerment, so that before we even go out empowering people, we will know that to an extent they know what they are being empowered for at junction. Hoping before you wrap up tomorrow, I will have the opportunity again to say one or two things to the entire house again. Thank you very much.
Sir, please, hold on, sir. The KWARA State Commandant has one simple information for you. Please, come and answer.
Distinguished Senator, sir, the chairman...
Commander, please sit down.
No, I'm good.
Have your seat.
The Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of National Drug Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Marwa, retired, has mandated me to confer on you the Grand Ambassador of War Against Drug Abuse.
Thank you very much.
The job you are doing, empowering the youth and sensitizing and creating awareness on the consequences of drug abuse in the community. Please, anytime that at your own convenience, once you are in town, please let us know, come and do it formally for you. Stand by, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
We are discussing challenges of community development. And I said community development associations and groups can become too powerful and can lead to the running of such as associations like, especially where such association people than the government. So another one, it can be instrument for anarchy, because if you have a very long association, community development, so they are going to have strong tax, they will not pay tax. If they say nobody should do this, if you, although what is happening in the Southeast is not about community development, but you see, if you visualize the fact that yes, there can be an association that will be strong enough to declare pé ẹnìkan kò gbọdọ̀ máa jáde jọ Monday, kò sẹ́ni tó gbọdọ̀ lè ṣe kankan níjọ́ Monday, ìjọba ò sì rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí ìdísìn. It means that you can also have community development that will be strong because àwọn ní community rí as the only instrument tí ń gbà wọ́n là, tí sì ń gbà wájú, tí ń gbẹ̀yìn níbi gbogbo nǹkan wọn. Ṣe náà ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àná. Then another one is they can have human rights abuses. See, èyí mo sọ yìí, because if community development can be an instrument of anarchy, it can also be a channel for right abuses. There's a pé ní Bábélì in Bauchi State. Bábélì means no bail, but what saw the you won't understand the pain. To me, the no bail. In Genesis, no bail. All of a sudden, there were abductions, there were cattle rustling, and when you can jolly and all that. Each time, táwọn Fúlàní tán bá mú olè àbí tán rí ẹni tó jí màlúù wọn, tán wá mú olúwa rẹ̀ lọ ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá, ìgbà tí wọ́n bá fi rojọ́ lọ rojọ́ bọ̀, wọ́n ní wọ́n ti béèlì olúwa rẹ̀. Olúwa rẹ̀ ti padà sínú community. So after they got tired of these state actors following all these due process, I think as a community they came together and formed themselves into a group, and they named it Bábélì, no bail. So the moment bá ti mú olè àbí bá ti mú ẹnìkan tí ń ṣe kankan, kódà kó jẹ́ mẹ́mbà ara wọn ni wọ́n ní wọ́n bá ìyàwó níyàwó lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀, wọ́n ní ọ̀yá kan gbé jáde kan ṣe blálà fún another. Gbogbo tí ò bá òfin normal for state actors, community development can begin to get involved in human rights abuses. They can also serve as unprofessional handling of affairs. Bí péjọ kò jìnnà sí ọ̀rọ̀ human rights abuses tá à ń sọ yìí. They can also form themselves into police, into army, into vigilante, and then begin to use their own knowledge of the law. Not necessarily the way the affairs of a society or the community can fall into the hands of unprofessional persons, especially where the people decide to take their destiny in their hands. Then we can have creation of cabal or hijackers. Community development, àwọn kan lè lágbára nínú community development, wọn lójú méjì mẹ́ta lọ. Jẹ́ káwọn ni wọ́n decide. Look at cooperative society. For those who belong to one or the other, where you can take loan, community pulse and all that, and you have one secretary that's so powerful and all that, and particularly where you have the tenure of the secretary longer than that of any other executive, or what you call for continuity's sake, and it becomes so powerful that it can take decisions on who to give loan or who not to give loan, and it can, who can take one privilege or the other. So community development can also, you can have a creation of cabal or hijackers. You can also have this tendency for the mediocrity. So you not have professional handling of matters. I want mediocre and you can come. So you need the and all that. You just give them, we want somebody to come in and be nominated as chairman of the council because of what you see as contribution of any to community development. which may not necessarily be pay only or qualify for the position. Then there is that tendency that you have these mediocres in view of the need for people to pursue their means of livelihood and concentrate on their career development. Little attention and interest are usually paid to the running of community development. So I want to qualify more here. That's it or community because they have other things they are doing. So when you now ask to be, when they ask you to bring your first 11, but because your first 11 are professionals and they do not really have all the time in the world to attend to community development, even where you know that yes, I want the best credential, you will not likely want to give them because they, according to you, they have not been involved in community development. Too much pressure on
inú mi dùn láti pé ká ní àǹfààní láti get together bá ṣe wà yìí láti bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìlọsíwájú Kwara Central and láti bẹ̀ lọ Kwara State as a whole. So mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ń bí ẹ̀yin ni ẹ wà ní front line of how to get those developments to make it happen. So I congratulate each and every one of you. And I hope that whatever knowledge they ever take, you'll build L'Oreal already, and it will take you, moving forward in your community leadership and your grassroots participation. So you can share a slide with me. Okay. So any leaders who are in community, slide. This is just a sample of rural activities that are involved in. Always volunteering to help in any way possible, whether it's in education, whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in agriculture, or just good old volunteering to help move things logistically within the community. So you guys are frontline leaders when it comes to the growth of any society. So me if I can position you as nǹkan tó wà trivia pé nǹkan tó kéré, nǹkan tó position yín as community leaders, nǹkan tó lágbára ni tó sì wúwo tó dẹ̀ pé contribution yín pàtàkì gan, which I believe reason to the senator not gather everybody ní ẹ̀ tó fi ní okay come together, let's have a talk, a heart-to-heart conversation about what is community leadership, how can we transform it, those of us that are participating in that space, how can we increase our knowledge. Is not just pay and take knowledge from people that are quote and unquote experts in the field, but so many ideas, so you also bring those ideas to forth. So we know, from the literature, we pay in Cameroon low form community, we as the Ilorin people, as a community of Ilorin people, our membership of that community are crucial, our influence within the community, and then our shared emotional connection in to make Wani people from central area of Kwara State, and of course, reinforcement of those ideals. So in Cameroon, only join work together as being members of a community, the absence of which are like a community association or a community network. So the presence of all of this will make you to be one community. So which I believe a lot of you guys already symbolize all of these things. Now, why is it necessary? Why is community leadership? Why is it necessary? And I think the answer actually has already get answered by because absolutely necessary. Let's say if time in Ikale, If so many other things to your kemanche, learning ethical, and okay, this is very important to me. I'm going to make time to be there. So, and that's what everyone. But not only that, I read literature of repository ni be bank of lived experience. Ele experience in the community, e mo bi tiba tatin ta in the community. Any ability lately network. Not only ara yin pe boya ni kan wa láti more example community kan in central boya somewhere in Asa or somewhere in Ilorin East. So you can still network with somebody from another part of your community, of your larger community, and understand the knowledge of local resources. You know, the senator cannot have his eyes everywhere, but any more, you know, if he has something that he wants to do, he has only vague idea of what he's trying to accomplish. If he says it out to you guys, and you're the right place for him to go to get those resources to solve that community problem. So this is, when we talk about Kelodeti community leadership for ancestry, this is what we're talking about. Because you are like a bank of lived experience. Our experiences, any, Koshi quantify. It's a school in and of itself. And Moyupe, again, any knowledge, it's the ability to network. And they spot local talents for the benefit of the community. And I'll come to that later in the slides, where I'll be talking about how it's important in your position as a community leader to always look out for talents in your community. Don't just look out for, it's okay, can look out for our immediate, our burutiwa, our mawa. But please, if you want to grow a community, it's beyond your own immediate family. So is very, very good in mathematics, is very, very good in engineering. And the senator probably will send the message out in this area. Don't be selfish. Don't your own sibling. The competence to it's okay. Recommend that child because you know the community better than the senator will know the community. This is where your role as a community leader comes in. It's okay. Again, I'm not saying that immediate family or law, but when it comes to community, we have to have an expansive view and a bigger view of the society, so that our role as fathers and uncles and aunts and mothers and all of these things were in conflict with what the community expects from us. So, and of course, those of you in this space, need help largely keep community cohesion. The reason why we're having so much strife in Nigeria is because it's the breakdown not only of the family but the breakdown of the society and of the community, and lack of people volunteering in that space to step up to become community leaders. Because oftentimes these are unpaid services. Nobody's paying you to be a community leader. You just have the passion. You want something better for your community. So we know that community leaders are a network of activists and organizations generating innovative bottom-up solutions. So you see, we're talking about bottom-up solutions. Things that you people know from each one of your communities that are very beneficial. They were convinced from that bottom up and take it to somebody that can do something about it. In this case, the senator representing KWARA Central, who's doing something like this, bringing the community together, saying that okay, there's a lot to learn to benefit from the knowledge of others. So your role as community leaders, again, I cannot overemphasize, is extremely crucial, very important. So as community leaders, NLAT show a few things to making KWARA successful. NLAT embed around even more than in your society, in your community. They claim to be community leaders of and represent Agbeyangi, for instance, in Ilorin East, but you spend most of your time in Ilorin, like in the main metro area in Ilorin. How would you know what's going on in Agbeyangi? We recognize you as a community leader from Agbeyangi, but you need to spend time there. So you need to embed yourself in that your community that you claim to represent. And don't rely on third-hand information. It's okay. We live in the age of digital, mobile, telephony right now. But as community leaders, if you are well embedded, you will always make sure that you are getting primary information from your community. So meaning you are always in the community, you know what is going on in the community, you know when they are BIM or whatever, you know that family. This is how you continue to embed yourself in your network. Don't just claim that you're a community leader, but you are really absent from that community. So I do believe that a lot of you are present. I'm just encouraging you. You can catch more of that. And Latin open system, educate run system, whatever system that you have in place, let it be open and collaborative.
Security consciousness, understanding and tackling the rudiments and peculiarity of security challenges. Ó mì pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ wà ní títají nípa ètò ààbò, òun ni security consciousness. Torí security by definition is the state of being free from danger or any form of threats. Tí ń túmọ̀ sí pé ká tó lè sọ pé ààbò wà, gbogbo ibi tá a bá ti bára wa tá a lè ti sọ pé ààbò wà, ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ibi tó jẹ́ pé kò sí danger, wípé à ń retí pé ìpalára kan ó ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí threat àbí nǹkan tó lè fa ìpalára. Bá a ṣe wà ń bí nísìnyí tètò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ látàárọ̀, kò sẹ́nì kankan tí ń fọkàn sí pé bóyá àwọn kan fọ́gbó ń bì kan àbáwọn kan wọ́n yọ pàrọ̀ ń bì kan wọ́n dàbì kan rú. Ó mì pé security wà in place níbí nìyẹn. If in jọ definition táwọn èèbó pè ní being free from danger or threats. Tá a bá ń retí pé bá a ṣe jẹ́ ará àdúgbò kan, àwọn ará àdúgbò kan tó máa ń gún ọbẹ̀, wọ́n lè wá bí o, káwọn kan dúró bẹ̀ o, káwọn kan dúró lẹ́yìn, kò sí gbogbo yẹn bí. So that means ibi tá a ti ṣe event yìí ń sìn is secured. Any kind of situation àbí any kind of position ibi tá a bá ti bára wa tí ò sí gbígbọ̀n lẹ́mìí wípé wọ́n ń kó bọ̀ o, wọ́n ń gbé bọ̀ o, wàhálà ń bọ̀ wájú o, wọ́n láwọn kan wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ìlànà o, that means that place is secure based on this definition. Now kí ni jẹ́ danger gangan? Àwọn ewu tá a ní. Torí etí definition security ń dúró lé lórí ni pé tá a bá ti kọ́kàn kúrò ní pé danger wà. Danger simply means the possibility of suffering any kind of harm or injury. Látàárọ̀ tá a wà bí nísìnyí, ìkẹyọ̀ kan tó lè wà lẹ́mìí wa ní pé tí kan gbé kókì jáde. Àbíbò ni ẹ bá wá bí meat pie àgbà sì wéwọ́ ni. That is the only concern. So in whatever situation you find yourself, that your concern is limited to àwọn nǹkan tí ó sara lóore, sí ní gbígbẹ̀mí onto nǹkan tí ó damage wa tó lè fa injury or threat. That means that position is secured. Now, an intention to inflict any kind of pain or injury or hostility is what is called threat. èèyàn fúnra rẹ̀ lè jẹ́ threat. There are people tó jẹ́ pé tá a bá gbúrò wọn ládùúgbò ní ibi tá a wà yìí nìsín, tá a bá gbúrò wọn níbi tá a wà yìí nìsín, ẹ rí wọ́n rí tó kọjá ń bẹ̀ yẹn o, individual èèyàn ó lè constitute threat. Kò sẹ̀ ìdìgbà tá a bá rí ìbọn. There are people you will see tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá rí wọn á bá a ṣe rí bọ̀bọ̀ ibẹ̀ ìbọn wà láàrin bẹ̀ yẹn. Bọ̀bọ̀ tí mo rí tó kọjá yẹn bá a ṣe rí ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n lè gún yàn ní gùn bẹ̀ yẹn. So in any situation, anybody tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ìdú ẹ̀ àbáwọn sàábè rẹ̀, torí àwọn míì wà wọn ò ní jáde àmọ́ wọ́n láwọn sàábè tí wọ́n deploy. Bó ṣe jẹ́ pé báwa ṣe jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tá a wà ní position kan a lè mọ́ jáde a deploy. Àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ threat wọ́n lè mọ́ jáde àmọ́ tá a bá gbúrò àwọn sàábé wọn láwọn ibì kankan ibẹ̀ yẹn ò save. These are the substance, are elements tẹ́ẹ̀rì tẹ́ fi rí pé a ní security challenge in a particular location. Security challenge is the same thing as insecurity. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ní challenge wà ibẹ̀ yẹn ó ti wà prone to insecurity. Now insecurity nǹkan ńláńlá tí máa ń ṣe sí anywhere tó bá wà ní pé ń máa ń dá socio-economic development. Lára nǹkan tó gbé wa jòkó ń bí ní community development. Kí ni báwo la ṣe gbára wa jọ tá a ṣe brainstorming tí community ó fi wà developed, torí láàrin ara wa a mọ level tí community wa wà. Níta ó ní level tí wọ́n máa fi ń rate pé a community Ìlọrin, but àwa la ní láti boost development area wa. Tá a bá wá boost ẹ̀ á wà mọ bá ṣe cast ẹ̀ tí mindset àwọn èèyàn ó tún fi change pé Ìlọrin èyí ṣe ibi tó fi sí. And one of the major issues tí máa ń dá community development is insecurity. Now irú àwọn kí ni ó máa ń cause insecurity láwọn ibi tá a bá wà. One of the major reasons tó jẹ́ ó máa ń cause insecurity is unemployment. Tá a bá wo Nigeria as a whole, ratio àwọn tó ń jáde níléèwé, ká má tún sọ ẹni tí ò rí léèwé lọ o, àwọn tó ń jáde níléèwé àtàwọn tó ń ríṣẹ́ kò tó 2 in 10. Ẹni tó jáde níléèwé pé wọ́n graduate in poly, káàtẹ̀ wá sọ pé ẹni tó lọ college of education ká tó ṣe OND nìkan, ẹ tó ní BSc tó ní HND tí wọ́n ń rí iṣẹ́, ratio wọn tá a bá gbé ní 2 to 10 a ṣe 1 point. Ó mì pé more than 80% àwọn tó ń fi iléèwé lẹ̀ they are unemployed. And unemployment is one of the major issues to contribute insecurity. Ẹni tí ò níṣẹ́ is likely to be challenged negatively. Tí mo waste 5 years tí mo fi ṣe engineering, tí mo waste 4 years tí mo fi read tó bá introduce nǹkan kòkó pààyàn náà ẹja dẹ̀yẹn náà wò. I give you an instance. Mo wà ní command kan mi fẹ́ dákọ̀ state náà. Ọmọ tó ní BSc tó ti wáṣẹ́ tí ò ríṣẹ́ ó wá lọ fi kò sọ pé òun ṣe guard. Ó wá ṣe guard nílé kan. nílé professor kan. Ó ti wá understudy professor yẹn, àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ wà labroad, wọ́n máa ń send owó, wọ́n máa ń send ọkọ̀, professor ta mọ́tò, so professor ti ta àwọn mọ́tò kan, owó wà nílẹ̀ tí ó tún send sáwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ tó ń fi send mọ́tò míì. Bí guard ṣe yí professor lọ́rùn, guard àti professor náà ni ń gbélé. Guard kówó, ó gbéra 4 tí professor ń lò, registered àti driver. Wọ́n ṣe gbé mọ́tò professor àtowó professor from Ondo State to Ogun State. So wọ́n dé Ogun State, wọ́n mọ̀ pé the RAV4 is still, ó sì gbẹ, wọ́n fẹ́ tàǹtàkùtà, wọ́n wá fẹ́ lọ tà fún car dealer. Meanwhile, the car dealer is a friend to one assistant commissioner of police. But the car dealer wá ní pé this vehicle is registered, wọ́n ti yọ gbogbo document tó gbé phone number professor gbogbo ẹ̀, wọ́n ti yọ gbogbo document yẹn. Wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe register yẹn náà ní this that yẹn, okay ìyẹn wo registration yẹn, ó lọ Google ẹ̀ lórí registration website, wọ́n kà fún un ní phone number ni. Inú ọ́fíìsì ẹ̀ náà ló ti pè phone number yẹn pé hello Mr. Kinika, who is speaking? Wọ́n ní mọ́tò professor wà ń bí yìí pé a fẹ́ confirm ṣé fún professor fẹ́ ta mọ́tò tó ní àwọn ò rí professor, because as bó ṣe pa professor, wọ́n lọ gbé professor pamọ́ sínú yàrá kan, wọ́n wá da diesel sí yí professor lára. So ibi tó ti mọ̀ pé diesel kì í jẹ́ kí òkú tètè rọ̀. Graduate, before you know it, ẹni tó fẹ́ ta mọ́tò fún òun ti pe ọlọ́pàá. So àwọn yẹn tó sọ fún pé mọ́tò yín bẹ ní Abẹ́òkúta, àwọn ti wá CID láyé Àkúrẹ́, wọ́n ṣe nípa mú wọn lẹ́ni, àwọn ọlọ́pàá mú wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. That is how the guy was caught. During the interview, the guy said he had BSc, but there was no job. And it was the driver tí ó kàwé ló lé BSc holder pé ẹja mú bàbá ikú ńlẹ̀, bàbá ti àkànlọ́ta ni a ti mú fóònù ẹ̀wọ̀n ìlérí wa mú. Unemployment is one of the major challenges that is boosting the rate of insecurity within our army.
The way forward, na him be this. Make we work for better Naija. Whatever we sow, na him we go reap. Make we work for better Naija.
In the name of the Most High, I beg you live good. I beg you live good.